Hi there, I'm Russell Lockhart. This is Steve Madden, and today on Real Perspective, we're going to look at Mean Girls and The Beekeeper.
So Mean Girls and The Beekeeper. We got a couple of heavy hitters here.
Yes, sir.
Mean Girls is a remake. Is it a no? I can't say that. It's a they did it from the Broadway musical.
Broadway musical. It's a remake, but it's the Broadway musical version.
Okay, all right. Got to make sure I get that right. Okay, folks, we're going to show you the trailer, and we'll be right back.
May I have everyone's attention, please? We have a new student.
What's wrong, Katie?
Are you trying to make the rest of us feel dumb?
I'm not trying to, it's just happening.
Dear God, woman.
Get in, loser.
Regina George is a scum-sucking life ruiner.
Why is he by our table? I can hear you, by the way.
Can you hear me now? We're gonna make her pay.
Girls are made deranged by what's called hormones. WHO.
What is going on?
Don't worry about it. Dance break.
Why is this so tight? I mean, you've had it since the 6th grade. You're probably maturing.
It's funny how the mean girl opened all the doors. I've been told y'all I'm the best Regina George.
We as women have to support each other.
If you need to talk to me about anything, boy troubles, blackheads, or alcohol poisoning, I have been through it all.
Rachel Hamilton fills her inhaler with vodka.
Oh, that's how you use it.
Slay, queens. Slay like no one's watching. But everybody's watching. Because you're gorgeous.
Ailey Freilinger has, what's this?
Hairy nips.
Good Lord.
Okay, well, that looks it looks very mischievous.
It is. So I want to tell you this: if you're a big fan or any kind of fan of the original Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan, I think you're going to like this. Also, if you got to be a fan of musicals, if you like musicals, you'll like this. It's whenever I started to go see the screening, my first thought was, why are they remaking something that was so iconic and so good? I don't want them to ruin it.
This was a big one.
So yeah, and I didn't. At first, I thought it was going to be didn't know if it was going to be a remake or a sequel. So I thought it might have been a sequel because Tina Fey and Tim Meadows reprise their roles as a teacher and the principal. So to me, I kept thinking maybe it's a sequel. I won't feel so bad if it's a sequel. However, when it opens up. And my daughter was there with me for the screening, and she said, "It's the Broadway musical version." And we see this as soon as we open it up because they start off with singing. So it's from the Broadway musical, and so it's a musical all the way through. They do such a great job. In this movie, you have Anaqui, Anguri Rice, who plays the main part, and wonderful Renee Rapp. This is her debut, her film debut. She has an amazing voice. She just belts it out. She's a great singer, and she was perfect for this role.
Well, you know, she previously played, and I'm just going to interject, on the stage musical of the Mean Girls from 2019 to 2020.
Exactly. But this is her film debut. She's got a couple music videos, but this is her film debut. She blew it out of the water. I'm telling you.
Okay.
There were a bunch of great people in there. Like I said, Tim Meadows and Tina Fey. They're both hilarious in this, and they do such a good job. So if you you have some cameos, and I won't ruin those. There's some really great cameos in there, especially towards the end. Okay. So just to cap this off, I mean, it's just a good movie. It's a fun movie, and like we were talking about earlier, and it's the title is a little misleading. It says Mean Girls, but this whole story at the root, if you've ever seen the original movie, you know this story is about being nice to people. Yeah. And, you know, it goes around it the wrong way, but it's also learning lessons as you go. And as we all know, we learn lessons a lot of times from the hard times, and we learned these the hard way.
Okay.
So the main character, she is homeschooled, and she's homeschooled in Africa. And her mom, in this case, in the movie before, she had a mom and a dad. In this case, I guess the Broadway musicals like this. I'm not sure, I haven't seen it, but she's has a single mom. They live in Africa, and they're homeschooling her. And so they come back to the States, and she wants to go to regular school. So she does that, and she finds the whole cliquiness, all the cliques, the plastics, the mean people, the band geeks, all the people that we've grown up with, all of us went to high school with. So this is the story, is she's kind of gets in nice with the plastics, only to get their secrets, because she's working with like some outcasts, the people that we all knew in high school that were the outcasts of the school that nobody really liked. They all kind of made fun of them. Then these were the outcasts, and they were there, and they wanted the secrets to the plastics and maybe to expose them. So that's where it takes off, and it's so much fun. If you did like the original show or you like musicals, both, you're going to like this movie. It does have some language in it. So it's PG-13. So it's only one time that they use the big one. But otherwise, they're sprinkled with some other languages.
It's always so.
Yeah, and see,
what is it? They have a token, one they can
one
use,
time they can
and then they always use it.
That's what they say, PG-13. That's the whole thing for that. But it is language. There's a little bit of like sexual talk, not like major, but that's pretty much it. Again, IMDb, if you want to go in, they'll tell you exactly what words are there. Yeah. They'll tell you, how many times it's been used, all that stuff. But it's such a good movie, and it's just fun. So if you're, again, for Christians, it always depends on your comfortability, boom.
How comfortable
you are with the cussing.
Yeah.
Some people can ignore it. I do. I ignore it, and I focus on the movie. When I'm reading a book, I skip those words and I focus on the story. Yeah. It's just one of those things that I've kind of been accustomed to, and I kind of let it go. And I know sometimes you don't think that's a good thing, but I don't know. I'm made that way. I can just kind of ignore it, but I kind of focus in on the story. I'm always very, very big into story.
Okay.
This has a good story, has a good lesson for people. I always say, it's like with kids that are 15, 16 years old, they probably heard all these at school. I would probably 100% guarantee they've heard these, unless they're homeschooled. If they're homeschooled and you're doing that, hey, maybe this is a good movie for you. I don't know. But it's a good movie. Enjoy it. If you want to see this, I think you would really like it. If you like musicals, you're gonna love it. So that's my take on this. Out of 10, I'm gonna give this one about an 8.
You got really 8 reels on this one.
I really liked it. Again, I love the original. The original to me was like a 10. It's like one of those iconic movies from years past. It's part of my young adulthood and everything. Part of my kids' lives whenever they saw it when they were younger. Okay. So it's just one of those things that it brings back memories. So I think you'll really enjoy this one.
Okay. Well, one thing I did notice was that Lorne Michaels had his hand in producing this.
And the original.
Saturday Night Live, man. This invaded this. Okay, I'll stop that. Anyway, you got Tina Fey. You got Tim Meadows. Yeah. Tim Meadows, did he not play... back in the day, it was a really funny movie that he played in. Or was it him, or was it another one from Saturday Night? I don't know, but he always is a funny guy.
He's very funny. He's
something else.
I've seen his stand-up. He's funny there. I've seen movies with him. He's funny. And I always say, like, Saturday Night Live, I'm sorry, I think that it's kind of run its course. There's not that many good shows anymore. All they try to do is be vulgar and try to...
Well, and political. They get all involved in that. And but, okay, I grew up in the 70s, so I watched the very first Saturday Night Live.
Same.
I remember going down to my uncle's, down in San Diego, and we go down there and we were watching that, you know. And they had all sorts of, some of it was interesting, but I mean the primetime players, those original ones. And then, but you did also have an offshoot when Eddie Murphy came on and all those other ones, because those are the ones that seeped into the movie industry and actually were successful.
But see, there was you had the original in the 70s,
Yeah.
and you had a couple of years that were kind of really, really bad. And then back in the 80s, Eddie Murphy, Joe Piscopo, is Billy Crystal. They came back in and they revised it. You know, they revitalized the show. And then they went and some other bad years and then some other good years. But now it's just been so many years with, you know, type of stuff.
Yeah.
And all they're trying to do is try to sneak in past the censors of what they can say in a different way. And it's just not to me, it's not funny as it is.
Well,
but this movie is funny.
But this movie is funny.
It is funny. And Tim Meadows is awesome in this. He's just this funny, mild-mannered, you know, guy this principal, and he's funny. Tina Fey is hilarious as a teacher. So it's a good movie. It's worth seeing.
Okay. What age?
It is PG-13. Depends on your how comfortable you are with your teens.
Bring well, what, an 8-year-old?
No 8-year-old. I wouldn't bring anybody under 13 unless you're comfortable. Like I said again, some parents, hey, they show their kids this. I don't judge on that. That's up to you how comfortable you are. Personally, for me, if my kids were still younger, I would go 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere around there.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Once you're that age, you can. I mean, when you have someone that's in high school, they get this. They get this. I even think junior high get it.
Yeah, because I mean, all of the clicks and all that type of thing. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, the comparison. One of probably the most biggest all-time, Grease.
Grease.
Okay. You know, but I mean, Grease had the clicks, but they had the what was it? The guys were in a group or whatever, and then the pink
Pink Ladies, the Greasers, all of that.
You know, all that type of thing. That was more, of course, your 50s, you know, flavor and all. But at the same time, the whole premise of having clicks and being in, and then those other ones that were outcasts,
absolutely,
like the Eugenes and the whatever. Okay. But anyway, theme. I mean, the story. Was it something? When I go to a movie, and Grease. I'm just going to say it. Grease did not have a good, wholesome message.
Well, actually, it did. In the heart, it did. So the message to that is you shouldn't change for somebody. Okay. Both of them were trying to change who they were.
Yes.
You had the Greaser. You had John Travolta's character trying to change for her. You had her trying to change. It's basically don't change for somebody. Just be yourself. You know?
Okay.
I mean, that's basically what it is. But it's also about friendship. Mm-hmm. That whole movie was about friendship.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it was a little bit crude in that one too. And you know,
yeah, if you innuendo in some of those songs were.
Yeah, there was more than innuendo.
It
was there. But yeah, if you love Grease, I think that's the same feel.
The feel. Okay.
Not exactly, but just that musical. You have some sad times, you have some fun times, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so Renee is she's rather new.
She is very new to movies.
Very new to movies.
Her first movie.
But anyway, and one thing that did come out, and I saw her in a interview of the last couple of days, is she is bisexual. Okay. And that she's very proud of that.
Yeah.
Very outspoken. Now, how much of that was portrayed?
For her, not at all. For her, not at all. So there is, if you saw the original show, there in the 90s, 80s and 90s, there was always a best friend that was gay. In this one, there's the same thing. It's the same two characters that were in the original in the 90s. It's just a gay guy that's there and his friend. They're both outcasts, stuff like that. It's not, they don't throw it in your face. There's not an agenda like that. It's just part of life. And I have no problem with that. I don't see a problem with that.
It's like, okay, there's a gay character there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the movie Mannequin?
Yeah, barely. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Okay. Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood. I mean, he was. And the guy, I can't remember his name right off the top, but he played with Designing Women back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm aging myself here, by the way. But when I was coming up, anyway, watching the movie Mannequin, wonderful movie, fun movie, funny, all that. But they didn't have that token character.
Yeah.
But they weren't
90s,
preaching.
Yeah, they weren't preaching. That's the whole thing. You go through life, you're going to meet different variety of people. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I think that when you try to steer your message towards, hey, everybody needs to accept this, and everybody needs to be okay with it, and everybody needs to live their life this way, I don't buy that. But as far as a show, a movie that has a gay character in it, I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, in high school, I had a gay, one of the guys that I went to high school with was gay. I've worked with gay people. I have no problem with that. That's not my beef. My beef is trying to show, and even in movies like this, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
My problem is when you're going with 2 or 3 year olds, 4 year olds in Disney, and you're portraying this as that. That's there should never be any kind of there should never be any kind of sexualizing anything with kids.
Not with cartoons and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway.
I read a statement. Okay, do you the guy who plays Reacher in the series that's on Prime, and some of you may have watched this. Some of you, I saw the other day, they put that vid whatever where they can help take out any cuss words or bad words or anything. So it cuts an hour-long show down to 15 minutes. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. But anyway, that actor's a Christian.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I don't know if you saw the same article.
Yeah.
He was talking to Christians, and he said that a lot of these people, they get upset with me because I portray a sinner.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah.
And there is some cussing. There's not a lot. He really doesn't go for the F word.
Yeah.
I haven't heard him anyway. But he beats people up and kills them in the show. Okay.
But that's a story. I get that.
Yeah.
It's not like.
And he says, that all these people want me to come around and just, what am I and it's not, first of all, it doesn't make for a good story.
Yeah.
But secondly, it's not real life.
Right.
It's not reality. And the thing here is that we may run into individuals who have made that choice to be gay. That's a choice.
Yeah.
You can minister, you can reach them out and present the gospel to them and tell them about Jesus. But the thing is, whether they accept it or not, that's another issue. But another deal. But at the same time, they're going to be out there. In our present society, we're going to have to deal with it. And the thing is that yes, I don't like. I think I follow along with you. If they put a character, he's gay, okay, but we're not going to preach it to you. We're not going to make you watch them have sex.
Yeah.
We're not going to, this type of thing. And I'm being kind of blunt today. Sorry. Anyway, but we're not going to make you watch that type of thing. We're not going to preach it to you and make you accept it or affirm it or what have you.
Either deny it or affirm it. You don't have to.
We're just they're one of the characters. There you go. Move on.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's fine. I can get through that.
Yeah.
But so I think in this
one does a great job. It's he's gay. They talk about it a little bit, but it's not like a major thing of the show.
Okay,
so,
that's good. So you give it 8?
8, yeah,
8 reels.
I'm a huge fan of musicals. By the way, I love musicals. So whenever I thought it was funny. Like I said, my daughter was there and my best friend was there. Yeah, my best friend does not like musicals, and he's going, oh. Man, this is kind of cool. So it's just funny.
How was the music?
Music was fun. It was a really cool. The music was really good. went along with the storyline. It's just fun. So there was some of it, most of
anything that's going to step out like Grease or
no, not really like that. I mean, if you're into Broadway, you're probably going to already know these songs. So I mean, I've got a niece that loves it. She loves the Broadway musical. They saw it. Her and my daughter went to see the play of the Broadway musical.
Yeah.
So they love the music. I couldn't tell you what song came out. I just know at the time I really liked the music.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay, another great review.
Absolutely.
All righty. Okay, now the next movie that we're going to go into is called The Beekeeper. Now, for those of you, again, as a Christian, we'll a lot of times you probably enjoy this if you overlook some of the cussing and stuff in it. But this looks so good. I watched the trailer, and what you're going to play for you right now, and amazing. It just I'm wondering if Statham could actually become the next Bruce Willis.
Possibly.
I mean, it's good stuff, man. He's bald at least. We got to. All right, let's watch the trailer, and we'll be right back.
Everyone, need your attention, please. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
You're a blessing, Mr. Clay. This place was crabgrass and weeds, and you brought it back to life.
Mrs. Parker and I were friends. She was like family. She was the only person who ever took care of me.
I just got a message saying that there's a problem with my computer.
Yes, ma'am, we got this.
Yesterday, she shot herself.
This is private property.
Do you know what they do here? Scamming the weakest in our society.
Buddy, I'm counting to 3.
1, 2, 3. There, I did it for you. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Will you stomp his ass out?
You're telling me one man did this. The only thing you know is he's a beekeeper.
A beekeeper, a beekeeper? Well, that's not good.
Beekeepers is a special program outside the chain of command.
I protect the hive. When the system is out of balance, I correct it.
We have laws for these things.
Until they fail, then you have me.
My fingers, he cut him off. Oh, what the fuck, bro?
Don't move. This is much bigger than a little phishing scam.
The money's going all over the world. To people in finance, even government.
You are a problem. Goddamn right, I'm a problem.
No way he's coming here straight through the back entrance.
I figured I'd give the firefighters a break.
Somebody detain this guy. Ah!
We have to kill him before he kills his way to the top.
Honey?
It's flammable as fuck. Oh no.
Okay, that is an action-packed trailer.
Yes. So first of all, I'm gonna just say, as a huge fan of Bruce Willis, I don't know if anybody could replace him.
Okay, all right.
That's just me.
I won't step on that.
I'm like that Misery movie.
Okay.
I'm his biggest fan. I've loved Bruce Willis from the get-go. I think he's just a great actor, a fun human being, a nice person. I just think, and genuine. So that's really cool. Anyway, go beyond that.
We adore Bruce Willis. So, and frankly, I do too. I mean, since Moonlighting, I watched Moonlighting actually, but anyway.
So, The Beekeeper. Jason Statham. I've loved a lot of stuff that he does. Some of it's fluff, some of it's good. So I went into this with a little bit of trepidation, not knowing which Jason Statham I was going to get, but it's fun. It was to tell you the storyline. He's an actual beekeeper, but it's kind of goes beyond that. So he's helping living in on this like farm place, and he's kind of raising bees. And he's was taken in by this woman who is Felicia Rashad, who played Bill Cosby's wife on the Cosby Show. Wonderful woman. So she plays the lady that's kind of helping him and keeping that place, but she's elderly. And what happens in this, you'll see it in the trailer, so I'm not giving something away, is that she gets scammed by these people that are, she's in her golden years, but she kind of has a job keeping like different, different companies and their money, especially people that are doing like donations and stuff like that. And so they call her and scam her out of her money, but they also know who she is and what she does. So they get her to give password to all these people that she's holding money for.
Phishing scam.
For millions and millions and millions of dollars. So when that happens and she realizes what she's done and that she's lost all these companies of money, she kills herself. And so then in steps Jason, who is a beekeeper, and he comes in and he finds out what happens. So he goes and her daughter is a FBI agent. So they're kind of working together, but she doesn't know until a little later. He is part of a government operation, or retired now, but he's a government operation that is called the Hive, or where they try to keep everything nice and safe in the world around them. So he's used to going and working on keeping everything safe in the world and kind of equaling the odds. Kind of like the Equalizer a little bit. Just a little bit of there. Flavor, more than anything, to me, this reminds me so much of John Wick. Where he's retired, he just wants to be left alone. Some little thing happens, and then you're going to give Phil his wrath. So he goes on a killing rampage, and he goes and destroys this company. They've got, he finds out that company right there is just a little bit of what's the tip of the iceberg, so he keeps going up and killing everybody. That's what it's about. That means it's very simplistic in its nature. It doesn't have a huge storyline, kind of like the first John Wick. It doesn't have a huge storyline, but it's got a lot of killing, a lot of violence, a lot of action. Okay? A lot of cussing.
Yes.
Same as John Wick. I was looking that up. I was like, did John Wick have that much cussing? And yeah, I did. So you have to think, if you love John Wick or like John Wick, you're going to like this one. It's the same kind of vein here. So, like I said, it's just a fun movie. It's got some really great names in it. Josh Hutcherson, who was also in the Hunger Games. He played PETA in the Hunger Games.
Jeremy Irons,
who's like his list of movies are like bigger than my arm. So I mean, he's just got a lot of movies.
Is it Jeremy Irons that played in the third Die Hard movie?
Yes.
Was that him?
Yes, Jeremy Irons did that.
All right.
So and it's got Minnie Driver, who is like an '80s sweetheart, and she's out there like that. So it's just such a good movie and fun. Again, it is not for kids at all. It is an R-rated movie. Again, if you don't like cussing and you don't like violence, don't go see it. I will say right now we're around the corner from Valentine's Day. Husbands, do not take your wife to this for Valentine's. Okay, wives, if you want to take your husband to see it, man, you're going to score points there.
Yeah.
But maybe they take you to romantic dinner, a chick flick. But if you want to go the next day and maybe take them to this one, that'd be great. But this is a fun movie.
Yeah, again, this is not a rom-com.
Not a rom-com. It's not for the queasy. It's not for the faint of heart. If you, like I said, if you don't like cussing, don't go see this one. It's as Christians, if you just say I don't want to even be around cussing, don't go see it. That's the main thing. If you can, if you like to watch movies and you don't care about the cussing and it just kind of in one ear and out the other, then you can go see it. But But I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and it would just, like I said, it just reminded me of John Wick and the Equalizer, a little bit of both. So.
Yeah, I just got done watching the third Equalizer movie with old Denzel.
Yeah.
And of course, he always is good. I mean, I like him in anything. So, but at the same time, and John Wick, of course, you know how successful that is.
Absolutely.
And he started with that simplistic storyline. They killed his dog, man. Don't mess with the person's puppy. Anyway, but then again, this lady ended up killing herself in that. Man, you know, you got so much stuff here, so many names here.
There's a lot of people involved.
Amazing.
I kind of gave the top ones there that are there, and that everybody recognized their names, especially Josh Hutcherson, who, like I said, I loved him from years ago, but he's also done the Hunger Games series. But yeah, he's in it. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
A question. I mean, is there sexual content?
No, not really at all. It's just, like I said, none of that's there. It's all R-rated for violence and for cussing. That's it.
And John Wick had none of that. I mean, John Wick went through and he was killing everybody.
I don't think the body count went up as high as John Wick, but you know, it's getting there.
Okay, in this trailer, I put this together after, so I may be able to cut that one little piece. They let it slip an F word in that trailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
And I'm going to have to do it. I may have to do a little magic to that.
There are other trailers out there without the cussing.
Okay, we may look at that too. Yeah. But anyway, we want you to, enjoy the trailer. And okay, now this whole thing about cussing, you know, and violence, but cussing in a movie.
Yeah.
As a Christian, you know, and they say, you know, there are some people, well, we can quote you some verses about let no corrupt communication come out of your mouth. You're not supposed to be, you know, and my thing is this, if you are a Christian who cannot, if you're going to watch something like this, you're going to go out and start cussing out your people. I mean, because you don't have a filter, or if you do not have that ability to kind of just let it go and just move on, then maybe it isn't for you.
And, you know, different people have different things and different views. I've known people that said, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I should be able to watch this, and it doesn't mean I'm not a Christian. I can just filter it out. There's other people that say, as the verse says, that you're not supposed to let things, you know, watch what goes in your eyes with your mind and your ears.
Set your mind on things above.
So those are the things. Look, I don't have anything against anybody that does that. I mean, anybody that says they do that and they don't want to see this, that's great. Mm-hmm. Anybody who says they can filter that out and it doesn't bother them, that's great. I find myself filtering stuff out all the time. Like I said, I had to go back and just go, was John Wick only for violence or cussing? And remember, I've seen all four of them, and I couldn't remember because I don't pay attention.
I don't remember the cussing. I remember the violence.
I went in there and I saw, and it said this many kinds of this many times. Okay, it did have cussing in it. But I'm kind of that kind of person where I can just kind of filter it out, and I don't look at that. I look at the storyline or the lack of, because this was just fun. I go to see this, or like Transformers. You're not looking for a storyline. You're looking for the action and fun. You know?
Yes.
I always get irritated at critics who go, well, Transformers didn't have a good story. Well, duh. I mean, that's not what it's about. Transformers are about seeing these big trucks becoming creatures. You know, the Transformers. That's what it's about.
Now, this movie here was 105 minutes. I'm looking at the thing here. Now, in case you want to wait for it and get that little Videx thing or whatever, like I was talking about, it'll probably cut it down to half an hour. So, I mean, you'll be able to get in and out of it real good.
I thought it was about 140 minutes. But
is it 100?
I think so.
But then again, what do I know?
But, I mean, and the other thing that it is, they are working on it beyond Amazon Prime. streaming on Amazon pretty soon. They just haven't released a date. Sometime in January is what they said.
Okay. Well, it's so good. You know, the thing is, I know Fox News is that's on all the time.
Yeah.
These trailers of this flick. But at the same time, again, yeah, if you can't take it in, you can't overlook the thing. You know what? One of these days, they ought to make a movie of Joshua and his armies in the book of Joshua.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going through and all that. Now, not only in this movie, what you would see is you would see them going into, when those walls came down, they killed every man, every woman, every child, and they wiped them out. Probably one of the bloodiest movies that you would ever seen in the book of Joshua. Here, this is reality, okay? And this is one thing that we have to understand. I mean, yeah, I don't go to horror movies. That's neither. I don't put that on anybody else. But personally, we never had horror movies in the house because I didn't want the kids having nightmares and stuff like that. And all that. Had I seen horror movies before? Oh, yes. When I was younger, I saw horror movies. But we don't watch pornography. We don't put that on our televisions. And the thing is that, you know, in a movie, Russell, to me, I can take the violence, the action, the John Wickness out of that. I could not watch something if it had a bunch of sex in it.
Yeah,
graphic sex.
Like I said before, Leo, whenever I saw the one movie we talked about, the first half of it,
Poor Things.
The first half of it was fantastic.
I don't give you
Second half of it, just to me, I don't care, but it's just like if you make that the story, I felt really bad for women because it was like. Again,
well, they said it was empowering.
It was supposed to be women empowerment, but
seriously,
your view of a woman is just that. That means that they can't do anything but cook and have sex, and I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. And that was my big problem with that one. Yes. Is that they took that turn. I'm going that could have done. You could have made her do anything. She could have gone and was really smart and maybe changed the world or something. But no, it was made by a guy that to me was sexist.
Yeah,
that's what I
degenerates.
Yeah,
you know, the thing is, there are some directors and some producers and stuff in Hollywood that no. And the thing is that you get the Harvey Weinstein's making movies and stuff. He's in jail right now because of the sickness. But anyway, so okay, action movie, exciting. Any wokeness?
No. I mean, they didn't have room for that. It was all about just destroying these bad people that were ruining people's lives.
Okay.
And we all see. It's funny. It's kind of there used to be a show that said ripped out the headlines, and that kind of is because you see a lot of times you see elderly people being taken advantage of.
Yes.
I've got a good friend of mine whose parents, so his mom and stepdad, was taken advantage of someone. And by the time they found out, they'd gone through thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's mild when it comes to a lot of people out there, a lot of elderly people that will believe what they say because they come from a time when people that are calling are honest.
Yeah, and let me speak to, because I personally, what I do with my day job, I'm a programmer, I'm in technology, okay? And they approached what we call the phishing scam.
Yes.
Now, the phishing scam is somebody who calls you and tries to deceive you to get personal information, your passwords or whatever, or they trick you into doing something so they can get into your stuff. And this is how corporations have fallen.
Yep.
This is how many people have been taken advantage of. And yes, whenever you see an elderly person being taken advantage of like that, they're on fixed incomes, that they don't have much money, and somebody's going after them. You want to do a status on them. Yeah, you really want to deal with them. And the fact of the matter is, this kind of feeds. To me, this feeds that. because I can't stand, and we have a lot at our church. We have a lot of elderly or older people,
Same, yeah.
And so I've even had a couple of them talk to us about how somebody came and they didn't realize something, and then they lost a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, folks. I don't know. Somebody said there's a special place in hell for these type of people. That is horrible. But fishing, you've got to I just don't trust anybody online. You don't trust emails. This is my public service announcement for today. Do not trust emails. Do not click on links that you don't know where they're supposed to go. Do not talk with anybody that is trying to come up with that says something to you of something that you have no clue what they're talking about. And do not trust them. Because frankly, there's a lot of people out there that would love to get a hold of your money, rob you blind, and they wouldn't lose a moment's sleep.
Yep.
Out of it.
And as the old saying goes, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
So that's what this is about. That's
okay.
And Jason Statham. I'm having a tough time.
Statham. Now I want to place old Statham here. Did he start? Okay. Oh goodness. Sly Stallone did a bunch of these movies.
Expendables.
The Expendables.
Yeah.
He was in a bunch of those too. Now, did he star in that? There was a movie that was quite questionable, in my opinion. He's like a Crank. Crank stuff.
I think Crank was, if I remember right, where he got with somebody drugged him or something. He was having to find out who did it and stuff like that. I think, if I remember.
Yeah, and had it's something about his heart and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but I mean, this man has starred in a ton of action.
Yeah, he's moving into the big action, and he doesn't have the we all went through the '90s with Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. I told him I would drop you last. Stuff like that. He doesn't have those one-liners. He doesn't do that. But he just goes in and just boom, 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 and he takes care of business.
Yeah.
Again, Statham he's a good action star. So.
Okay, good. And I do want to clarify, we do Bruce Willis. You cannot replace him. No, of course, I'm not. But you see, the thing is, somebody else is going to come up after and we understand his present situation. The other day, I saw an article that said he couldn't even speak anymore.
Yeah,
and it's very
it's
sad.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Now, the big question: how many reels?
I'm going 7.
Seven.
It's one of the key factors is he doesn't have much of a story, just a thin story.
Okay.
But otherwise, I mean, I think that it's set up to become a little series, kind of like John Wick. That's what I think. So, or the Equalizer, or something like that. I think it's going to be that way. Maybe he's going to do a couple of them and see how it goes. I think if they do the backstory of that, because they only touched upon it, that he's retired from this group.
Okay.
So I think if they're going to do a backstory on that.
Dig into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen some stars come up. Like Keanu, you can never thought him over there in Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
And dude, that type of thing. And some of the stuff, you can never think of him as an action star like of John Wick. It was just totally boom.
I did, because in The Matrix, he did this good in The Matrix.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I could see him in that. I love Keanu Reeves on so many levels, because he's a good actor. He can play the idiot. He can play an action star. Mm-hmm. He can play just a cop like he did in Speed, which you're doing a Speed 4 coming up.
They are actually doing
Speed 3, Speed 4.
3.
Speed 3.
Yes.
I had to think about how many they had. Yes, he's doing that with.
Is he actually going to?
He's going to be in it. Sandra Bullock's in it. They're inking it.
So now I think it's cool.
One. So I've always seen him as this such a variety of different roles. Not just not as far as Bill and Ted, but he also played in Parenthood as Also,
I
this
adored
clueless
that
guy.
movie.
I did too. I think it was a great movie. And his character was just this airhead, but then he comes up with some bits of humor.
Talking about his dad flicking cigarette butts at his head.
Yeah, I mean, and one of the best lines he had is that anybody can have a driver's license, or you have to go through a lot to get a driver's license, but anybody can be a father. And he said it a little bit differently, but
we aren't going to say that.
It is. I always thought that's actually an important thing, because you have to have license for a lot of things, but you are a parent, and there's jerks out there that are parents. There's people that aren't worthy of being a parent.
Yeah.
And they are still parents. So anyway, I think the world of Keanu Reeves, and
he is an amazing actor.
As a real person, as a person, he's so humbling and so
that's what they
just
say.
wonderful and giving to everybody. So anyway,
that's good. But okay, we have these action stars coming up, not replacing. There's nobody's going to replace Arnold. Nobody's going to replace Sylvester Stallone as what was it? It was Rocky, and then the other one was
Sylvester Stallone was Rambo.
Rambo, But at the same time, it's good to see some good stars like this. Absolutely. We'll see what happens with Statham here. Russell, thank you again for those reviews, man.
Thank you.
This is good stuff. Hopefully we get them out. We're going to get this out real quick so that it can be out there if people are still making their mind up whether they want to go see these movies while they're out there in the theaters. So, all righty. Well, I'll tell you what. We will be back and with some more real perspective here. And remind me again, because the first movie, Mean Girls. How many? 8.
And then this one.
And this one would
7.
be the Beekeeper 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, relatively soon, we will have our own page and on the Foundations Network, where we'll probably be able to sit down there and actually put those reviews and on there, or put our reels and all that on your page as well, so that people can see that as well. And folks, we had almost 6,000 people watch last week, views, and we are very grateful for that here. I mean, people love movies. People love movies. They love that type of thing. And it's good, and I think it's a real good service to the Christian community that we can be out there, talk about these things, and let people know. So anyway, have a wonderful week, or a couple of weeks here. We'll be back with more Real Perspective soon. Take care.
Thank you.